how to stream Warhammer. So you want to be the new Valrak or you want to be the new Miniac. Well, these are 10 things I wish I knew before I started streaming Warhammer. So how to go from this to this, coming right up. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to assume 3 things. 1, you've got a PC that is not a potato. 2, you've got a good and stable internet connection. And 3, you've decided which streaming platform you're going to choose. Is it YouTube? Is it Twitch? Is it Facebook? Or even is it TikTok? There's pros and cons to all of those different streaming platforms, and there's plenty more streaming platforms out there. So I'm assuming that you've already got all of those 3 decided, and these are going to be specific to hobby streams and in particular Warhammer. Let's get started in no particular order. Number 10, the cameras. You don't need a super expensive camera like a DSLR or any capture equipment to start streaming Warhammer. Is it better? Yes, it is, but a cheap camera set up well will always look better than an expensive camera set up wrong. This camera here, the face cam, is a Logitech C922. This cost me about £60. So you can get them for cheaper. You could get a lesser model, or you could even get a more advanced model. The webcam shouldn't really be breaking the bank, but the real secret is this. We all have one of these. So instead of using a webcam or a fancy DSLR, your camera has a microprocessor in it, and generally they can take very high quality video. If you've got an Android phone, all you need to do is get something like Droid Cam. So Droid Cam will essentially turn your phone into a webcam. Now, if you spend the extra £5, $5, whatever it is, and get Droid Cam X, you will be able to up the resolution of that phone and have a lot more control over it. So that is the first thing. Your cameras don't need to break the bank. Number 9, good lighting. So going back to the cameras and having them set up well, it is better to have spent an extra few quid on getting some desk lights, some ring lights, one for your face, but most importantly for the painting that you're going to do. The lighting is going to make a huge difference to the camera. So here we are with no lighting, and now this is with the lighting added. So this is my lighting setup. It's not expensive. It's a few ring lights and a desk light. Could it be better? Yes. This is something I'm actually looking to improve on my channel. Number 8, your microphone and sound quality. Now, what a lot of people don't realize when they first start streaming is that it is not all visuals. In fact, it is arguable that your voice and your sound quality is actually more important than your visual quality. A lot of people are going to check out your stream not necessarily for your painting skill or, like, you know, your cool visuals on stream. They're actually just looking to interact with you. A lot of the time people are going to be lurking and they're just going to have you on in the background. They might be at work, or, you know, maybe they're just chilling out at home. They're not going to be intently watching your stream. Hello, this is Future Garth interjecting. There's an extra point I'd like to make, and the best way I can do it is to just show you. There is no point talking about sound quality. There's no point in having a very expensive microphone if it is set up wrong. So I'm going to show you. This microphone cost me about £120. So for me, I would say it's quite expensive. Now, I've set it up and equalized it with the correct filters. There's nothing special here. This is all stuff that you can find within OBS, or you can download free for OBS. So I want you to listen to my voice now, and then I'm going to take off the filters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. How bad does that sound? That is the same microphone, and this is how the microphone would sound straight out of the box without fiddling around with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Now I'll take that noise gate off. Right, and now we are back to normal. Now all that is fiddling around with OBS and making sure that you get the microphone working and sounding correct for your voice. It is very, very important. Number 7, your streaming software. Most people use OBS or Streamlabs. The difference between the two is that Streamlabs is supposedly a little bit more easier and OBS is a bit more streamlined. Personally, I prefer OBS over Streamlabs, but that's just me. Everyone's different. Number 6, your overlays. You're going to need to make your stream stand out a little bit, whether that be just being super minimalistic, which stands out on its own. Some people just have the camera and a small border and then just the camera pointed at the miniature. Some people like it a little bit more elaborate, like mine. Now, what I would suggest is that minimal is better. I think I'm just on the cusp of maybe having a little bit too much going on. Remember, this isn't a gaming stream. This is a painting stream, generally. Painting stream, building stream, something like that. And people don't want loads of fancy shit all over the screen flashing around, right? Like I said, I need to take my own advice a little bit on that. So it is very easy as a new streamer to go out there onto Streamlabs or onto Stream Elements, buy some sort of fancy looking stream overlay, but it's just got too much going down. Strip it down and kind of keep it minimal. Or even better, don't spend the money on it. Spend more time learning OBS or Streamlabs and learn how to make your own overlays. What you see here on my overlay, none of this was bought for. These are all free assets essentially, and I pieced it together myself. Number 5, especially important for miniature painting streams, you are going to need some kind of camera arm or camera tripod, and you're going to need to aim it most likely straight down, or kind of, some people will have their DSLR over their shoulder, but really you're going to need some sort of camera holding device so that you can really get there close in and see what you're painting. If we look at one of my early streams, you could not actually see what I'm painting, but unbelievably, people are still actually watching this. So like I said, people are there not necessarily for my painting, as we talked about earlier. They're there just to kind of like have a chat with me and hang out, as people say, right? But if you're going to be streaming miniatures, people want to see what you're painting. They want to ask you questions. They want to know what paints you're using. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you spend a few quid and get a decent mic arm, camera tripod, and make sure it's not shaky. Number 4, you don't need to be an heavy metal painter or a golden demon painter to start your stream. A lot of people are going to be tuning in. Again, as we touched on before, they are tuning in to talk to you, not to necessarily check out your painting. There are plenty of amazing painters out there that they can check out. Now, what they might be coming to you for is the complete opposite, which is seeing you improve, seeing you make mistakes that maybe they're too scared to make, because they're at the beginning of their painting journey as well, or they're just here to have a laugh. Not everyone is going to be a great painter, and it doesn't matter. Now, number 4 moves perfectly into number 3, and number 3 is you need to be confident on stream. Now, that can be as basic as having your microphone turned on and having a webcam turned on. Some people just have the microphone. That's cool. Everyone's different. But you at least need to have your microphone on. I've raided streams before and the mic has been off and the guy's typing. How long did we stick around for that stream? What do you think? 20 seconds maximum? And then bang, we're out. He's not going to get any followers from that. But of course, this is the internet. There are trolls. You need to speak on camera. You need to be welcoming and just don't be fake. So be confident in who you are. And remember, you are not going to please everyone. There are already people that have hit that dislike button on this YouTube video, and all I'm trying to do is help people. You know, that's just the way it is. And if you dislike the video, that's cool. I really don't care, to be honest. Now, you got to remember now that as a streamer, you are essentially a public speaker, or at least an aspiring one. Some people are going to like you. Some people are going to try and tear you down. And again, this is Warhammer. There are a lot of strong opinions in Warhammer. You've got to take that on the chin. And you know why these people are doing it? Half of them are jealous. Some of them are just nasty keyboard warriors. And a lot of these people, they want to do what you are doing, but they don't have the balls to do it. And that is the honest truth. Number two, this is very important, especially important for Warhammer and hobby streamers. You need to do everything except stream. Now, that might sound a little bit odd, right? You need to make a Discord server, or you need to make a Facebook server or something like that, and you need to engage with your community. What do we like as Warhammer people? We like models, right? That's why people are generally on the stream for you, talking about the lore, talking about the new rules, or the models. Make a Discord server. Make an area for people to share their works in progress. Make an area for people to discuss the new Warhammer rules. Make areas for people just to chat and to have fun. This builds up relationships with your viewers, and that's going to keep them coming back. It's not necessarily because you've got a brand new model or because you've got the best kit. They're there for you, and they want to know what your opinions are, and they want to have their opinions heard on stream as well. So before we hit the number one point, I just want to have a quick recap, and I want to give a shout out to my patrons. And if you have found this video at all helpful, give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel, or ultimately, why not come and check me out on Twitch and speak to me live about it. Now, let's recap. Most important things are not spending super amounts of money on your camera or DSLR or camera capture equipment. Most important thing is get some decent tripods and get some decent lights. And if you have to, use your phone. There is nothing wrong with using your phone. That's what I use at the moment. Learn OBS or learn Streamlabs and learn it inside and out. Be confident on stream and make sure that you don't neglect your sound. If you can do all of that, then your stream should go far. Now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the most important point for everyone, especially in the hobby zone, talking about Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, the number one important point for streaming is don't be a neckbeard.